you. Oh my God.
No booing. No booing. No booing.
Thank you. Oh my God.
No booing. No booing. No booing.
I just finished one thing. Black sugar, milk, and milk. No, I'm not taking it.
All right.
Thank you for the presentation. I'm sure you realize, and it probably should be said, that you don't get test scores like that without giving extra effort, extra time, late night at work. And teachers here probably would rather be home writing those lesson plans and grading those papers. So I want to start by saying thank you to those teachers here for that extra work and for those test scores. You don't need much more proof than that how great this district is and has always been. You know, there's an old saying that if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And the reason we all came out tonight is because we want to be part of the solution. And we didn't want to be here tonight. It was raining, it was cold, we have things to do, we have families to be with. And you know, by now you've heard me speak so many times on morale and issues, and you're probably getting sick of hearing me speak. So earlier this week, I asked the members to write to me what they would say if they came up here. And so we have some things that members across the district have sent to me, and I want you to hear them. These come from the teachers. Interactions and conversations with supervisors and building level administrators have become about bureaucracy rather than instruction. This emphasis away from the classroom no longer allows for a culture of collegial respect with administrators and takes both of our responsibilities away from bettering education. I used to have a great working professional relationship with building administrators, but the feeling on both sides is that we don't even have time to begin a conversation about instruction. So we don't. Another writes, the weight of so many new initiatives and the rapid timeline and the haphazardness in which they are being implemented prevents them from being done well. If expectation is to become great, but so little time is provided to let the idea gestate and evolve, the pressures become paralyzing. Another, I want to feel like I have time to take a chance and plan something really interactive for my students, but I've already decided against it several times this year. Some district initiative, due date, or pressure prevented a lesson idea from coming to fruition. The implementation of quarterlies in such an accelerated timeline, incomplete information related to administrators, double work, took up a large portion of the time that in the past I had spent with professional development or planning. It seems like administration forgot about the iPad initiative, interactive smartboards, and other teaching responsibilities that we have. I'm looking forward to getting back to the day working together with administrators to bring our district to the next level, a place where our voices were appreciated and considered a valuable part of the conversation. The last one I'll mention is this. I've always taken pride in my job. I brag to so many people about the wonderful moments in my career. For the first time in my life, I hate my job. I'm looking for a new one. The big brother attitude taken on by this administration has turned my heart around. Increased meetings, decreased time to prepare for instruction, evaluations from administrators with less classroom experience, and finally the disrespectful attitude of those I once admired have forced me to consider leaving this district that I love. There are more, and I'm going to pass this on to someone else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Secretary of the PTHEA. To piggyback on what Mr. Kyle said, the first message I'd like to read, as a teacher, I'd like to see the supervisors in our buildings do the job they trained for years to do, guide the teachers in educating children. It's a sad day for public education in Parsippany when the men and women charged with inspiring us are spending their days policing our wardrobes and piling up paperwork for us to do just for the sake of paperwork. Please let the building administrators be the humane educational leaders that they have been in the past. The education of each child in this district must be our focus. This is my personal favorite. Years ago, Coca-Cola was the #1 soft drink in the country. Some misguided CEOs came in and decided to change Coke to New Coke. They took a great selling product and changed the taste, and sales plummeted. So they changed it back and called it Classic Coke. Let's go back to Classic Parsippany, when we were rated highly. While K through second grade teachers are pleased with the Francis and Pinnell benchmark assessment system, they do require additional time to level the books at their disposal in their classrooms. And at this point in the school calendar, only 1 hour of PE time has been set aside for this task. In addition, there are insufficient materials, meaning books, to implement the reading system properly. And teachers in grades 3 through 5, they do also appreciate the new Lucy Calkins writing program, but have received very minimal training, about an hour and a half. And this is simply inadequate, especially when administrators are unable to spend 1 week of training. Administrators were able to spend 1 week of training in New York City at Columbia University. The dedicated teachers of the Parsippany Troy Hill School District need and deserve an administration that's committed to supporting our success through mutual respect, open communication, professional development, guidance, honesty, and integrity. These are not unreasonable expectations. However, this is not the administration we have now, and our students deserve better. To continue and demoralizing and feeling that the insights I have exceedingly difficult to motivate myself to perform at job level and to the level that I am accustomed. Another teacher states that the biggest issue is workload. We're being asked to do so many different time-consuming things that don't positively affect students. That leaves us too little time to really try new things in the classroom. Teachers have always done more than the minimum, but now the minimum is all we have time for.
Your time.
Thank you.
The adults, and we should show mutual respect. And just sitting here tonight, I see it lacking. You have a public portion, you ask people to come up and speak. Have the courtesy to look at them. Listen to them. Agree. But it's got to start with respect, and it's, quote my mother and she'll be proud, it all starts with body language, and what we're seeing is not what I think you want us all to feel.